welcome to a new Dave's Classic Garage Tours video, and today I'm back at the Healey Factory. Ice block on my neck because it's blinking hot out here, and today we're in to see a couple of British cars from 70s and 80s. Interesting pieces I don't think we've covered on the channel before, so let's go and have a look. Alright, so James here is working on a very early
Lotus Esprit.
Lotus Esprit S1.
Yeah.
So what's it in for, James?
So it's had an engine rebuild recently, and basically just for its first service after the engine rebuild.
Right. Okay. Engine rebuild done here?
No, not done here actually. I'm not too sure where it was done at.
Right.
But yeah, it's had it all cleaned up, all the oil leaks fixed, and yeah, just first service.
Known for a few.
Yeah, being a British car, known for a few oil leaks.
Right,
so
okay.
yeah, so just in for the first service and just the check over.
No particular complaints at all? It was just
No particular complaints at all. She's driven it a lot.
Yeah.
She's clocked up the Ks massively in it.
So it's a female owner.
Female owner, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. She's
awesome.
I'm not too sure how long she bought it. I think it was probably about. I think she's had it for a couple of years now.
Right.
And yeah, she's driven it heaps. She loves it.
Yeah. She's using it. Was it daily?
Nah, not a daily, just a weekender. I think she's with the Lotus Club or a car club, and she goes on plenty of the club runs as well.
Just a service then?
Yeah, just the service,
okay.
and then within the service, as I did the full check over, I picked up a couple of issues with the rubber bushes.
Right, okay.
And in the control arms, they're all off centre.
Right, okay.
And a couple issues.
Deteriorated or?
Yeah, just deteriorated. We think they may be the original rubber bushes in there, and I think it's
an Australian delivered car?
Yeah, I think it's 1978,
wow.
and yeah, an Australian delivered car. So
and that's got quite a few summers and winters there.
it has indeed, yes.
Heat and cold. And
So yeah, so look, it's done well, but yeah, just time for new bushes.
It's a well-worn car, but it's an enjoyed car by the looks of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like that's what I mean. You know, she does take care of it, but she just drives it, which is what it was meant for. And you know, you can't ask more than that.
How many miles has it done? Or kilometres?
It's done. Where are we? 40. It's done 4,000 apparently, but because the trip meters only go up to 99,000 and then flick back to zero. So I dare say it's been around the clock probably once.
So yeah, non-original gone. Interior there, I presume.
Yeah, the interior looks like it's been done, and I'm not too sure about the steering wheel because most of the Esprit steering wheels I've seen are, I think, a leather, not wood grain.
No,
but
that's a Momo there, isn't it?
Yeah, quite possibly.
Yeah.
But it's a nice touch with the wood grain shift knob and the wood grain steering wheel.
Yeah, and that little bit of
wood
trim and whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it. It looks quite nice.
I think it's nice. Offset it well. You know, everything that makes something look a little bit different from the norm.
Yeah,
I'm totally.
Absolutely.
You know, you see a line of, I don't know, MGBs at a show, and they're all exactly the same.
That's it. They're all identical next to the next one. But no, this is definitely something a little bit different, which is definitely good.
And tell us about parts in Australia. How's getting older parts for an Esprit?
So parts is interesting. We do have a guy quite local, but it seems that sometimes, obviously, parts are just manufactured for all the cars and not necessarily the specific models.
Yeah.
So sometimes it can be quite difficult trying to track down the right bush for the control arm, or someone may have even changed the control arm at some point. Yeah. But everything looks original, so yeah.
Is it all pretty tidy under there? Or?
Yeah, it's actually, ever since it's had sort of the engine rebuild done and everything, it's quite tidy. Yeah. No, it is.
One thing that's not too difficult to source, I think, in Australia is if you know what these come out of.
Yes, they're out of a A86 Corolla, I believe. Are they? No. No. Okay, I thought they were out of.
No, they're Italian for a start.
Oh, okay. There you go.
They're an X19 Fiat.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Yeah. Well, the inner door handles are MGB, so when Lotus were making these, they definitely robbed a few different parts for you know.
I think Colin Chapman, the owner of, or the guy that came up with Lotus or whatever, he loved Bertone product.
Yeah. Yep.
And I think I remember reading. Once upon a time, he bought his daughter an X19.
Yeah, okay.
So much he loved it. But
Yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah, I can.
so it all sounds good, huh?
Yeah, it all sounds good. If I can open this, it's a trick and a half to get this open.
Is that not? So there's no.
There's a lever in the car, just leave
Yeah.
it popped though. But
Right.
yeah. So this is a non-turbo model as well. They did come out turboed.
Yeah. Eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is a non-turbo model, so
Yeah, keep it nice and.
Yeah.
Simple. Was that? What carbs are they on?
Delortos, I believe.
Right.
I believe they're Delortos. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Would they be original?
Yeah. So Delortos were original.
Yeah.
Even with the turbo cars, the Delortos were original.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, they make. I mean, they're quite similar to Webers, so they make a nice sound
Yeah.
when you're driving. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Wow, like I say, wonderful to see something well used. That's
yeah,
great.
absolutely.
Right. All right, well, someone else you've had a little bit to do with. We'll go and have a quick look at that. Another British icon. One thing you can guarantee on any visit to the Healey factory is an absolute plethora of stunning cars in for either restoration or repair. It's a bedazzling display of automotive gold dust, and what's great about this place is the younger guys they have working here. James is just one of 3 lads under 30 in the service and repair side of the business, and I find talking with them they are just as knowledgeable as the older guard, and most importantly, just as passionate about classic cars. If you're passionate about classics and like what I'm doing on this channel and the Dave's Classic Garage Tours channel, I'd really appreciate it if you could like, comment, share and subscribe. Remember, it's free and really does help us with all those YouTube algorithms and things. This wasn't the day for me to be hanging about, and James was under the pump, so we unfortunately never got to look over this amazing Lagonda. He did, however, have a few minutes to show me round another British classic, something more of my vintage. It's not just Healeys they look after here, as you can tell. Well, there's a few there, but got this wonder. Tell us about the SD1.
Yeah, so this is a customer's car. He's an ex-employee actually of here.
Right.
So we like to always have his car back and help him and work on it for him. So yeah, basically I'm not too sure how long he's had this one. I think probably about 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
And it's a very clean example of an ST1. All the interior.
It's very good interior.
Yeah. The interior is original and it's been kept in amazingly good condition.
Yeah. So sunroof as well.
Yeah. So yeah, factory sunroof. Yeah. No.
I did. There's a few about. I see them occasionally.
There is a few about. Yeah, they did a few different variants of the model. You know, they did the 3.5. I believe they had another motor in them as well.
2.6.
Yeah, 2.6.
I wouldn't imagine most Australians would have gone for a.
Yeah, I've only ever seen the 3.5 models.
Yeah. This is a Vandan Plas as well.
Yeah.
Did you get a Vitesse over here? I'm not sure.
I'm not too sure. I see in the workshop manuals they have a Vitesse model, but I'm not sure whether the Australian ones were a Vitesse.
I'm not sure I've seen this colour actually back home.
Yeah.
Back when I was a kid.
Yeah, but
bloody hell, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's a lot better than the state of the ones I saw.
Yeah.
Let's have a look underneath the old Buick, eh?
Yeah. So we've replaced the thermostat and a couple of cooling system items.
Right, okay.
And at the moment I'm just waiting on a few parts. We've got all the vacuum lines off here at the moment.
Yeah.
Because the customer had an issue where it was running quite rough at idle.
Right.
We found a vacuum leak, so we've ordered a couple of new bits to fix that, and when they come in stock it should be all good.
Then getting parts for this is...
No, the part we're getting is a universal part between cars, so that's actually quite easy. But parts for this car in particular, it's not too bad. There's a place in England and we just order it through them and within a week it's here, so
right, that's good.
That's quite easy.
Yeah, cool.
So
okay.
yeah.
Well, an SD1. It's in the news at the moment. Mr. Jason Camisa has just put a video out on Haggerty of the one he bought up in Canada and drove. I don't know, he paid peanuts for it and risked the drive back to California from about 3,500 kilometres maybe it was.
Jeez,
you just did it,
yeah, there you go. Yeah.
But you reckon this is a good drive? You had a spin out on this one?
Yeah, I had a drive of it. It's comfortable. It's nice, you know.
Yeah.
It's
It's not a V8 that sounds like that though, is it?
No, a little bit of a different V8, but that's okay.
Yeah,
Different in its own way.
absolutely. See what they're modelled on?
I have no idea.
That's a Daytona. So the car, who was the chap that designed it? Bash, I think his name is, but he brought in a Maserati Indy.
Yeah.
So if you look at them together, you can see a sort of a
Similarity. Yeah.
in that.
Yep.
But this is why this is called. Well, they always say this is a sort of a Rover Daytona
Because of those lights. Yeah. There you go.
Anyway, lovely to see.
Yeah.
Cheers, buddy. Thanks for your time.